right?
Hey, yeah, everything good.
Good. Quick one then to begin with. Team news-wise, do you have any new injuries after the match at Leicester the other day?
No, we have some guys that need treatments today and tomorrow. I think everybody is back. Yeah, but when you play every 3 days, then you have always to look. But at the moment, no new injuries.
Can I just check on some of the other ones that sadly are injured at the moment? Windass and Diaby, where are they at in their rehabs?
Windis is back on the trainings pitch, but more individual. Mo trained part of the session with us today. I think he will be available tomorrow for the full training. Yeah.
So do you have an idea yet as to when Josh might be able to play again?
Oh, it is always difficult to say. Yeah, I think it's good. We have next week a normal trainings week. I think there could be happened a lot of things. Yeah, we have more time. But then, yeah, have a look if it's enough before the Bristol game. Could be not. I think with this part of injury, you have always to look day by day.
Do you have a clearer picture yet as to how Middlewood and Pedersen are? We know they're not going to be back for a while, but are you a little clearer as to how long that might be?
Yeah, Akin is the same. This is a little bit issue with a small muscle. Day by day, week by week. Hopefully he is next week back on the trainings pitch. Yeah, maybe it's at first individual and then at the end of the week maybe with the whole team. And by Callum, yeah, it takes a little bit more time. I think, yeah, it's more the view forward until the international break or longer. Yeah, this is at the moment the situation.
It must be frustrating that you've not got all of the players that you would want at your disposal available.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's always not nice when you have injury players, but I see a huge step forwards by Dome. Yeah, he looks very well in the training now. He trained the whole training session with us. I'm very positive that he's back next week in the team training and maybe also available for the next game.
One of the talking points that's arisen this week has been about James Beadle. How's he adapting to getting involved at Sheffield Wednesday, do you think?
Yeah, I think James, when you look, of course, everybody is now speaking about the situation after 4 minutes, but when you take the whole game, I think you will not find so many mistakes from him. He played well against Birmingham as well, with great saves. I think he make a good step forward. He is involved in the team. He trained well. Of course, he's a young goalkeeper, yeah, with high potential. But all in all, I'm happy that he's here, and I think this is good. We have a good goalkeeper group now together. Cameron is also back on the pitch now in the training. This is also good. I think from this side, I'm very happy with my goalkeepers.
Is it the case that you're going to persevere with Beadle then? He is someone that you think will be better for the team?
Yeah, I think James had high potential. Yeah, I think he gives us a different profile. I think this is, I said this before, yeah, that was before the injury from Cameron. I said it's an open race, yeah, then there comes the injury. And now James, he showed his quality, yeah, and I think we should not look to just one mistake. Of course, yeah, if as a goalkeeper make a mistake, then it's always that something happens, yeah. But from my side, I think I see the improvement from all goalkeepers, and this is important.
A lot of people have said that there was a definite improvement in the second half at Leicester. So what do you take from that with Millwall on the horizon?
Yeah, of course. I think we look today back with the team the first 4 minutes. When you see the first 4 minutes until the conceded goal, we started well. Yeah, what we want to do. Then you conceded the goal. Then it's always especially against a strong opponent, and it's difficult to come back. But we fight back in the first half as well. as well. And then in the second half we changed something. I think for them it was then very difficult to get access to our game. Yeah, I think in both direction, especially with the ball, we had a lot of solution. We played well. Also then from the goalkeeper side, yeah, fantastic ball also from to Musa, and then the field was open. I think in both halves we can improve our game against the ball, of course, because there we have to work on our basics, when we can go in the pressing, when we have to close passing lines, when we have to work with our shadow, when we have to be on the jump in front foot defending. Yeah, these things we have to improve, of course, in both halves. I think that was not a key point just when you change the shape, then that works better or that not. I think it was a little bit different. This is what we have to improve, and yeah, I think I saw yesterday a Millwall in the first 15 minutes. It looks not like 4-0 at the end. Yeah, I think this is at the end. It looks then easy, and Ipswich has a lot of quality, but the first 15 minutes, of course, Millwall, yeah, did a great job until the first conceded goal. But this is also the championship. I think when I look back to our game against Millwall at home, yeah, we tried a lot. We had the first big chance from Musaba, 1-against-1 the goalkeeper, and in the next action we conceded a goal after a corner. Yeah, this is championship. It's about make all the right things, about 90 and more minutes, and this is our job. What we have to do on Saturday. I think everybody knows the situation. Yeah, and this is what we have to do.
I'm going to say that the similarities then between the match you watched last night and the match against Millwall then at Hillsborough, it was actually a pretty good performance that was close, that ended up 4-0. What do you take from that then, heading down to the new den this weekend?
Yeah, hopefully we are still yeah, continue our improvement, and we are more steps forward. Yeah, of course. But I think this is, for me, when I'm looking now to some games, this is still the quality in the championship. Yeah, even if you look back to our game against Huddersfield. Yeah, I think until the first conceded goal, it was not like this clear result at the end. And this is championship, and this is about make all the things from the beginning on right. Be always in the game, stay in the game, and then you have to be ruthless in the right moments. Yeah, and this is again about be ready in both boxes. Yeah, for the key moments.
For all of that progress, obvious progress, how frustrating is it that, well, the gap to Huddersfield is 8 points, 7 points to the teams that are just beneath them? Do you look at the results after each match when you've had a positive result and go, crikey, they've won as well?
Yeah, I think this is our situation. Yeah, I spoke after the Birmingham game that we have, yeah, now we have 14 games to go, and there is not so many games until the end of the season, and it's about take results. We know, I think everybody knows this, the players, myself, supporters. Now it's about results, and it's not enough to say after the game, oh, we did well, and yeah, sometimes we are smart guests, yeah, away. It's about be ready for this fight. It will be against the fight, against a strong side with a lot of set pieces and second balls, of course. And this is the key what we have to do against them. Be ready for this, and then take the results, and then make the gap closer again. Yeah, that will be always the challenge in the next 3 months. Yeah, of course, you make one step forward, and then it's a little bit a small step back again. And important thing is now that we come closer and closer, and then we have to be ready to make the final step. But for this, we have to work hard.
Do you feel that within this squad there is a belief that they can put together consecutive wins again? Clearly you had a good run to the November and into December. Does this squad have within itself to do that again in the next 14 matches?
Yeah, I think the belief we showed in the second half in Leicester, yeah, if there's no belief and no conviction about what they are doing here, then you cannot play like this. I think this I see every day. Yeah, we know this. We have to work hard. You need sometimes also in football, sometimes a little bit the momentum to score in the right moments. When I look back against Birmingham, we had this momentum, yeah, in both halves. We scored in the right moment. Then we did well. We did our job, what we have to do. And this is now in the next games as well. Yeah.
Brilliant. Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a
much.
lot. Cheers.
afternoon, Danny. How are you doing?
Hey, thank you. I'm good.
Good stuff. You mentioned there about Dom Iorfa being close to being back. How much of a boost will that be? Obviously, with Dom's pace and his athleticism, how nice will it be to have him available again?
Yeah, Dom is a fantastic player. Yeah, for me, it's he was a key player for his injury. Yeah, he played in both positions as a centre back, also as a right fullback. He has pace, he has quality with the ball. I think this is a great option. Yeah, we did in the last games. Yeah, with Paul, we did well. We tried. Yeah, but now it's good to have hopefully next week next. Player available, next option. This is also good if you have a lot of games, yeah, then you can rotate a little bit in this case, but yeah, I'm happy when he is back, when I see the training from day to day. Yeah, he's not scared about his body. This is always a good signal after this injury. Yeah, sometimes as a player you're a little bit listening to your body, but he is free. This is fantastic. He make all the movements, he make all the sprints, also long distance. It looks very great at the moment.
Is there a plan to use him in the under-21s at all before he comes back into the first team?
It could be that he will play next Tuesday 45 minutes and then he is ready to go. But yeah, he had a test in the last days and with a lot of load, and it was fantastic because there was no reaction from his body, and this is good. And now we can make the next step, and then hopefully as soon as possible available for me again.
Brilliant. I want to touch on the injury side of things. With previous managers, Darren Moore launched investigations into the amount of injuries that the team was getting. There's been a lot of talk from people about the state of the training ground, the state of the pitch, whether that affects the injuries that Wednesday pick up. You've now got to a stage in the season where you do have a lot of key players out injured. What's your take on sort of Wednesday's injury situation and the way that it's gone?
Oh, I think if you have so much games, yeah, I think, and especially also with our style of football intensity, then it's always possible that you have some injuries. I think all in all, we had always 11 players available. Yeah, this is important, of course. Yeah, if you have key players, this is always not good. But yeah, we work hard. I think the medical department is also hard working. Yeah, and this is sometimes, it happens in football. Yeah, of course, we are always looking for the load. But of course, when I look back to the last 3 weeks, yeah, and then you play every 3 days, that means there's not so much time for recovery. There's not so much time for bringing players back. Yeah, normally if you have a injury for 4 weeks, this means just 3 weeks, 3 games out, and for us it means 7 games. Yeah, and I think this is then the sound is a little bit more difficult. Yeah, this is what we have to take. I think I spoke a lot about the whole squad. We need the whole squad. I think everybody has to be ready, and we did, especially also over Christmas. We did it well with our squad. Yeah, we fight. Yeah, as a manager, you want to have everybody available, but this is sometimes not possible. We try it, and now it's about bring all the players for the rest of the season as soon as possible back. Yeah, and keep them. That we have the whole squad then for the final games available.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned having a full week now, no midweek games. You know, you get your Tuesday and Wednesday as normal training sessions. Can you give us a bit of insight into just how different a week looks when you don't have to have that midweek game?
Yeah, I think you see, when you have midweek games, then you have always, like today, a small trainings group. Yeah, there's one trainings group is 2 days after a game. It means for them it's more recovery. Have maybe a little bit some situations on the pitch, but not really much. The other group has to train in small games to make them fit, some runs. But you never can train 11 against 11 about in the training, yeah, and to work on all the tactical things, yeah. For tomorrow, of course, this is a good thing. We have 1 day more between the games, then we can do a little bit more tactical things to prepare the next opponent. But in a normal week, yeah, you start then on Tuesday with your principal trainings, offensive defense, and it's not about the opponent, it's about your principles, what we want to see. On Wednesday, you can start to prepare the opponent, yeah, what we want to do in building up or on pressing. Then you can look the video from this training. Then on Thursday you will have time for set pieces, for all this and finishing in the final third, and then on Friday we make the last step in match one, and then you go again. Yeah, this is for me the perfect normal week in the 4 trainings week, 4-day trainings week. But yeah, this is at the moment or was not possible in the last 4 weeks. Yeah, it's good to have next week a normal week. Then it's also about find the balance between reduce the load. Yeah, you cannot make the same load again and again. Make them fresh, but it's very helpful to have 4 days for training, of course. And yeah, next week we have the chance, and then we have to prepare.
Absolutely. Wanted to touch on Christian Pedersen. You seem pretty concerned about him when we spoke in the week. Is his injury one that could potentially keep him out for the rest of the season, or do you expect to see him back towards the end of the campaign?
No, I expected him back. I cannot really say a date. It could be 4 weeks, or maybe after the international break he is back. But again, it's also an injury like some other guys, and you have to look from week to week. Yeah, but at the moment he's not available.
But will he be staying with you? I know sometimes when players are on loan, they go back to the parent club. Is Christian going to be staying at Wednesday?
Yeah, he will stay, because this injury is then not 3 months. Yeah, it's then maybe 4 weeks, hopefully just 4 weeks. Then we have still 10 weeks to go. Yeah, and then I think it's helpful to stay here. Excellent.
Just lastly from me, if Liam Palmer plays this weekend, he will be, I think, 424 games for Sheffield Wednesday. He'll be joint 10th in the club's all-time appearance list. How big an achievement is that in the modern game of football?
Oh yeah, it's massive. I think in the modern football, yeah, to be so long part of one club, I think this is outstanding. This is unbelievable. It shows his hurt is still on Wednesday. Yeah, I think he gives everything. He was always part of up and downs from the last weeks and last years here in this club. I think this is outstanding, and this is you will not find so many players in the modern football to stay so long as by one club.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Dan.
Thank you.
All the best.
Danny, how you doing? You okay?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good stuff. Just a quick few from me. On Millwall, obviously you've got the extra day on the opposition in terms of rest, which hasn't always been the case over the last few weeks, it's fair to say. But you've got the travel day in there. How do you see it in terms of being able to have that added intensity, and how much of an advantage might it be?
Yeah, we will see after the game it was an advantage or not. Yeah, of course. I think if you play every 3 days, then it's also about the momentum in the game, because then you can create energy. That means if you come well in the game or you score on the right moments, yeah, that gives you energy, and that reduces the energy maybe by the opponent. I think it's of course good that we have 1 day more. Yeah, then we can today recover, and tomorrow we can do a little bit more to prepare the game. But all in all, when you come after 4 weeks, yeah, then we will see. But for us, it's about be ready for this game, for this fight, and this is our job. We have to do. We have to press everything out what we have in our body now to go again and take the result what we have to do.
How much do you know about Millwall? They're sort of famed for having a very passionate fan base, I think it's fair to say. Where do you see that, and how much do you back your players to sort of thrive in that environment?
Oh, you described this very well. The atmosphere in the stadium. I think it will be like this. Yeah, I think this is a special place in the championship. Of course, everybody knows this. I heard a lot about this, but for me, it's about you have to focus to your own team. Yeah, be calm in the right situations, yeah, and make the focus and concentration on your own team. And this is also what we have to do as a player, yeah. Especially in our situation, it is helpful to think not too much beside the pitch, yeah. Full focus what we can do on the pitch, and if we do this, then we have a great opportunity.
I know you're only talking about focusing on yourself, but looking at the league table, there are teams that are falling into the relegation battle, which I think a lot of us always expected to happen. Millwall are perhaps one of those. How important is it that you sort of look beyond the first safety spot?
Yeah, of course. I think we had now, in the last 3 weeks, some of these games. Yeah, I think it was Huddersfield. Then we had Birmingham. It was nearly the same situation. We won this game, and now we have again the situation. But I think we will have this situation until the end of the season. Yeah, and this is then about come closer, and then we have to make the right step in the right moment, and then hopefully we can achieve our goals. Yeah, but this is our situation. There's no time to, and this is maybe the advantage for some other clubs. Yeah, they have a little bit of gap between the relegation zone and not, and for them it's maybe sometimes enough to win every 3 games one times. For us it's more about take so much possible points if you can at the moment, again and again, and this is our job. We know the situation, I know the situation, but it's not a new situation in this season. And we have to go forward and keep going. And I look back, I think after Coventry away, it was still 9 points. Then we took 3 wins in a row, and then was 3 points. And this is now our job to create a new momentum. We know it is difficult, but again, this is where we are, and this is what we have to know and what we have to do. And I go forward. I feel the belief, I feel the conviction. Especially also after the second half against Leicester. I think we showed again that we can play well football, but it's not about playing football now, it's about take results.
Have you managed to have any conversations over contracts with the players that you definitely want to keep on board?
We have some conversations, of course. I have a lot of conversations with my players. I think nearly everybody knows what is in my mind. Then we have now also some conversations with the agent, and but we know also we are in the situation. This is not easy to make the plan for the next season. This is of course, and this is our job to prepare the right steps. Then we can make the steps if we know exactly where we are, and this is the situation. But the feedback is still positive, and this is a good thing, because everybody recognizes also how we improve the players, how we want to play football. This is helpful to show them the next step and the way together. But I think the final decision will then come later in the season. Of course.
How difficult is that with the position that you're in? You've spoken a lot about wanting to plan sort of medium and long term at Wednesdays. It must make it really, really tricky.
Yeah, of course. I think for me, I have just one situation in my mind. That makes it always difficult, because I'm thinking not the negative thing, still positive things. But of course, beside this, you have to start what happens if, and what could be the squad if. Of course, this is a topic, but for me it's about my direction goes in one direction. Be positive, and this is also what I have in my mind. Which players I want to have next season in the championship, and to make the squad better. But at first we have to take the right points now, the right results.
Where's Barry Bannon at in your thinking? Have you had a conversation with him about next season? I think the last time we spoke to him, he sort of expressed that he was keen to continue and finish his career at Wednesday.
I think Barry is also a part of this team and a part of this club. I think beside Liam Palmer, there are the players that are such a long time here. I think for him, I'm very convinced that he will be here. It doesn't matter which league. I think I like this. He is also looking what he can do after his career. Maybe be a manager one times. I think this is fantastic to be open for this as well. But for me there's no I see no issue, no problem. He will be a part of the team in the next season.
Would I be right in saying that you're looking to beef up your analysts, the number of analysts that you have at the club? Are you trying to bring someone on board?
For the next season? You mean for the next season?
I've heard there might be a job going. And yeah, are you looking to sort of beef up your backroom stuff?
Yeah, I think this is then also a part for the summer. Yeah, of course I will then look and make me also my notice about how was the first period here, what we can improve, what was great, what was maybe where there's a little bit of potential to make it better. I think this is then the topic after the season. Of course I had some guys around me and I know them, and but this is at the moment not the key point. Yeah, I'm happy with my staff, with my coaches, with the analysts, with the medical department, athletic coaches. Everything is on the right direction. Yeah, and this is what we have to do in this moment. And then after the season, of course, then I will go in the deeper details, make my analysis for me, and then look what we can improve, what is important to be ready for the next season.
Great stuff. Thanks for that, Danny. I'll see you down there.
Thank you.
Afternoon, Danny. Good to see you.
Hey.
Can I just ask you? We were talking before to Andy about the goalkeepers. Do we have to look at goalkeepers in a slightly different way now? Because as coaches, you ask them to take more risks than maybe coaches of 10 years ago. Keepers of 10 years ago.
Yeah, of course. I think the profile changed. Yeah, I think for me in my mind, the first goalkeeper who changed the style was Manuel Neuer. Yeah, he was the goalkeeper. He was a modern libero. Yeah, behind the back four. Yeah, on front foot defending, solutions with the ball as well. I think this is in the modern football. The key point at first, of course, is still the same. Yeah. Stop the finishing and the scoring from the opponent. This is the key moment. But of course, I think the profile from modern football it's wider than 10 years ago. You have different challenges. Is also where you have to stay against the ball, which position you have behind the back four. Yeah, if you want to press high, then it's also important that you have a keeper who stay high to can get the ball if it's a ball behind the back four, for example. Of course, I'm looking for goalkeepers. They can play from the back, yeah. But then it's also about find the good balance between the short solution and the long solution. Yeah, we have this is of course a key point. I think all in all, this is it's a goalkeeper, but it's also a player who can keep the ball. Yeah, I think these two things, it's a massive improvement in the last years, and this is important for a team.
Sorry, I should know this. Did you work much with Neuer when you were Bayern and Germany? Because of course he had his injury, didn't he? Did you have much chance to learn from him?
Manuel Neuer?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He was part of our still a key player when we won the Champions League. Yeah, of course. He came back from the injury and then he played 2 years fantastic in a row. And I think he is really the profile from a modern football. He changed the style of goalkeepers.
Do you think he changed your perceptions? Obviously, you'd have been quite a young fan when he was starting out at Schalke, but just your perceptions of what a goalkeeper was and could do.
Yeah, I think when you look back, maybe 10 years ago, there was then more building up with a long ball from the goalkeeper on second ball and stay deep on the line. And when you compare this now, how high are the goalkeepers are against the ball, which position they have, which solution they have, if it's play around or play through the lines, find the next level. I think you have some good goalkeepers, and you see by all the big and successful teams, they have great goalkeepers with a lot of different profiles.
And you mentioned earlier a few 4-0 results we've seen this season from quite even games. Do you think with the goal difference, it's important that when your team does go behind early, like at Leicester, it doesn't become a 4-0, and the same when you do go ahead early, that you try and push on and do that?
Yeah, I think the goal difference is of course a key point, but I think at the moment it looks not really well for us, and it's about more have 1 point more. Yeah, this is if you conceded in some games, a lot of goals. Yeah, I think it was not always the games where you are really worse than the opponent. Yeah, this gap. Yeah, sometimes four goals different. This is then massive. But yeah, of course, I think that was also a key point that we had, that we didn't concede one more goal against Leicester in the second half. I think we took a result when you take just the second half. Yeah, there was a 0-0. I think that was a huge step from us forward, and this is the basic we notice. Yeah, if we are still 0-0, then you have always a chance to score. Look back to Stoke, for example. Yeah, we scored in the extra time. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I think this is the basic to take results.
Yeah, because as you said, there is quite a big gap in goal difference between you and the teams above. So do you almost forget about that? Does that give you a bit of freedom? You said in the Huddersfield game, you were quite open at 2 and 3-0 because you were still trying to score.
Yeah, I think you will have now also some games where you have to score and to win. Yeah, this is the important key point. That is the reason why you have to be very clinical in your own box in the defense. Yeah, that you have not a conceded goal, because then you can score one times, and 1-0 it's always a great result, especially away. But this is then about, yeah, I think after 1-0 or 2-0, then you have to think about, okay, take risk, and it means if you score by a 2-1, then you again still in the game. And yeah, sometimes you have this chance, and if not, yeah, and you conceded a third one, then you have sometimes this result. It's always not helpful, but yeah, the most important key point is that we didn't concede a goal, and we have a clean sheet.
Yeah, and how you'll have coached before, I'm sure, in some very intense atmospheres. How difficult is it for coaches, and particularly for players, to keep calm and keep thinking clearly in those atmospheres?
Well, I think at the moment I'm very clear on my mind, always beside the pitch. Yeah, I'm 100% in the game. I'm not so much looking around what happens there. But of course, if you go away, it's different to home. I think this is also the key point, why we have a lot of points at home, because then we have the positive energy, and every shoot, every corner, the supporters celebrate, and this gives you energy, this lifts up. And I think, yeah, this is then a little bit different. But if we make a good game on the pitch, then we can also bring this stadium a little bit quieter, and this is our job.
Do you think your team needs to get a bit better? Because as you say, you've got a much better home record than away. Do you think your team needs to get better at using negative energy in away games to fuel them?
Yeah, I think this is it's an interesting one. But when I look back to the Leicester game, yeah, it was away, but in the second half, even if we conceded 2 goals, we had a positive energy. I think also our supporters were very great. Our massive fans were very great away in Leicester. Yeah, the atmosphere was great to see. I think for me it's important we can influence the atmosphere around us. Yeah, if we play well and we fight, then we have a great atmosphere as well, also away. Yeah, because then we will listening our supporters more than the home fans.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time, Danny. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.